6 years ago, Shakoya brought her sister Shan'e and their mother to the show after finding out the dark truth behind their strained relationship. You see, Shan'e had claimed that she was sexually abused as a child, but her mother refused to believe her. And Shan'e wanted a lie detector test to prove that she was telling the truth and to find out if her mother knew about the abuse and did nothing to stop it. Here's a clip.
Growing up, it was kind of difficult because I didn't understand why my sister and my mom didn't have the relationship that me and my mom have. But recently, I'm staying with my sister and she tells me why that is, that she was molested at a very young age. It's a man that's very close to the family. He's been in my life, my whole life. At the time, I was shocked and I was like, no, he wouldn't. And then she tells me the full-on story and I go, okay, I believe you 100%. And then I asked her, did mom do anything about it? Did she help you? Did she protect you? And she just says, no, she swept it underneath the rug, and I didn't understand why that was.
I was laying on the couch next to her, and I felt somebody like rubbing on my butt. And so, like, you instantly get scared. And so I looked over, and he was laying on the floor next to the couch. I was laying there with my mom, and so as a child, I assumed, oh, he must have thought I was my mom, because as soon as I looked down, he stopped. And so that's what I convinced myself. He thought I was my mom. I was laying next to her. Even though now that I'm an adult, I know there's a difference between a child's behind and an adult's behind.
No.
So I didn't say anything. We moved out of that place and into another place. And at that time, I had my own bedroom. My bedroom's across the dining room. Her bedroom is across the living room. So I'm asleep again, and this happens over a period of time. I would be sleeping, I would wake up and he'd be in my room next to my bed. So, like I can't give it A, B, and C, but I woke up and or I wake up and his hands are in my pants. At the time, I didn't say anything because I was scared, because they used to fight.
You didn't tell your mom?
No, because they used to fight, and it seemed like everything that they argued about was about me. Like, it was always a blame on me, so I didn't say anything. And I even had someone tell me, like, you should tell your mom, you should tell her. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to tell her. You know, she's not going to believe me. And so I never said anything. And when I turned 16, they were arguing. And so I was, like, doing something, and I got in an argument, and I was like, you know what, I could have put you in jail a long time ago. And he turns, he's like, well, how? And I'm like, you already know. And I walk away. But that just kind of, like, came out. I hadn't planned on it, I hadn't thought about it or anything. And so my mom came down the hallway and she walks up, she's like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, nothing, just let it go. She's like, no, what did you just say? Why did you say that? You know, asking me. And I'm like, because he molested me. And so she turns to him, she turns back to me, and her first response is, are you sure? And so at 21, my pastor comes to me, I'm pregnant with my youngest daughter. Pastor comes to me, she goes, you need to forgive this man before you give birth to your child. I said, okay. I go on, write on a full-on letter, give it to him, go, because he's around still. I go upstairs, I tell my mom, I'm like, look, I just gave him this letter. I read the whole letter to her to let her know. Now we're talking about what happened in detail. Now I'm telling her about waking up, about how I was scared, how I was fearful, how I turned my bed to face the window. Because I'm telling myself, you know what, this time when he comes in here, I'm going to just get bold and I'm going to just jump up and I'm going to scream and I'm going to kick him out the window. And I'm telling her how I was scared, how the fear would come over me and I would be frozen, how I would beat myself up because I felt like I wasn't protecting myself. Tell her everything. He's still around.
Your mother, Harriet's here. Let's bring her out.
Oh my goodness, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. We're gonna do this, for real. Hey, Steve.
Hi.
For real, I didn't know. I truly, this is
You
hard.
didn't know, but you knew at 21 when I
Okay,
told you.
okay, but the thing is, me being a product of being molested twice, I did what did. I mean,
Okay, I would never, but
okay, you
okay.
probably would never, but the point is, I can't change that. But
Yeah, actually you can. Actually you can.
I can't change it. I can't change what happened
But you
then.
can- but you
but
can
I'm trying to
change-
fix it now.
No, you're really not though. You're really not.
Your sister, Shakoya, she's here. Let's bring her out.
You're constantly making excuses.
Here we
That's
go.
it. That's all I hear is
Here we go.
constant
Here we go.
excuses.
Here we go.
As a mother, you should have listened to your daughter
Here we go.
and heard her out. You should have protected her. You didn't. You didn't protect my sister at all. You didn't. You failed at that.
Shan'e, you came here because your mom wanted to come on the show. And we gave you a written evidence statement, which we do with what people, when they perceive a crime against them from years ago. And we had you write down what you thought happened, and you wrote down, we asked you, is it true that you were sexually molested when you were under the age of 14 years old? You wrote yes. And then we asked you, today, did you answer that question on your evidence statement truthfully? And you answered yes. And the results for your lie detector test is that, unfortunately, you told the truth.
Thank you.
Harriet came here, and it was her idea for everybody to come on the show. And we asked her, before Shan'e told you, did you know that she was being molested? And Harriet responded no. And the results for Harriet's lie detector test is that she told the truth.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. And I'm sorry. I truly am. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
There's forgiveness and there's trust. I forgive you. I don't trust you, though.
I understand. Now, I'll eat that. I'll eat that.
And I'll give you a
I'll
hug.
eat that. I'll eat that. I'll eat that.
I think, I hear her loud and clear, even though she forgives you, you're going to have to earn your way back in the trust.
I understand.
So I hope that this starts the healing process, and I hope someday you all can be a family. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Harriet, tell me how things been going since you've been on the show.
Well, it was a little rough at first because I had to face some things in life. But just moving forward, we're in a good place now. I took a lot of your advice as far as, when she has a procedure, just being there as a mom.
What do you feel?
I feel it saddens me because I believe that I could have did better if I'd have knew better. And I dropped the ball on that one. There's nothing else. I dropped the ball on that, and I let her down.
Do you regret not believing your daughter?
I don't regret it, and it's only because I took the word of CPS and other authorities that gave me a green light that everything was good and nothing never happened. So I don't regret it, but moving forward, that I know the truth, the total truth. Maybe sometimes it's not just good always to just believe the authorities because they missed the mark too.
No.
And they missed the mark on that one, and I paid for it.
Now, I'm told another family member alleges that they were also abused by the same person. Tell me about that.
Well, so somebody called me and they let me know that this person was abusing someone else. And so by me working in the foster care system, so I'm a mandator, so I made the report, and he walked away with that too. But had we have known with Shan'e's story, it might not have went this far.
So by you being on the show, your daughter being on the show and claiming it, it kind of gave somebody else, the courage to come forward and say, hey, this is happening to me too.
True, and they did. They went through somebody else to get to me in order for their truth to be told, but it was told.
Did this person ever get brought to justice at all?
No, for some reason he just keeps skating away.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
How have things between you and Shan'e been since you passed the lie detector test?
It's good. We talk almost every day on the phone. We're mother and daughter now. We're where I've always wanted to be. So we're really good. We have a lot of fun, and we talk a lot.
Now, you just said that statement. We got to a point where I've always wanted to be with my daughter. Were you ever there before, or is this the first time you got there?
Well, I think with the allegations, I think that threw a curveball in there. As her being younger, yeah. But when this happened, it drifted us apart because in my mind, at that point, I just thought that it's just places in my life and people I dealt with she didn't want me to be around. But that wasn't the case. It was things that was going on in her life that I just didn't pay attention to.
Listen, really happy that, you know, you're taking accountability, and I really understand where you're coming from, and I'm really glad that you got to a good point with your daughter. Now, Shan'e there?
Yes.
Can we bring her in also?
Hi.
Hi, Shan'e. Do you feel like coming on the show helped you?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And I
It was
believe,
like a weight lifted.
yeah. Now, I think like what we just said earlier before you came on screen, I think not only it helped you, but it also gave another person courage that was being abused by this person after seeing you come on the show and they said, hey, this is happening to me also.
Yes.
How's your relationship with your mom changed?
When I got back, it was a little rocky, but we started to repair. I wouldn't say instantly, but it just kind of happened. It was almost like an overnight thing. It just got better, and as the years went on, it just got better. So now we're in a really good place. We're in a really good head space, heart space. We communicate, we talk. Well, I guess that's the same thing, but we spend time together, and we have fun now.
Now, on the show, you said that you can forgive your mother, but that you would never be able to trust her. Do you still feel that way?
I trust her. I trust her.
Yeah. Well, in the moment, it was very raw, and you know, you were dealing with a lot of things, and I even said on the show it would take your mom some time to get to that place of trust, and it seems like you did work your way there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, your sister was the one who reached out to the show to help prove that you were not lying. She's here today, your sister, Shan'e. Let's bring her in. Hi, Shan'e.
Hi.
Would you say that things have gotten better since they came on the show?
Oh, yeah, a whole lot better.
Yeah. Before you came on the show, were you kind of disappointed with that nobody believed in your sister?
Yeah, I was, because I only had gotten bits and pieces of the story myself. So I was just like, oh, maybe somebody's lying or something. But then when I got the full on everything, I was like, so what are we going to do about this? No. How can we fix it? How can we make it better?
When your sister told you the story, did you believe her immediately?
Instantly.
Instantly?
Instantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm told you have something you'd like to say to your mother.
Yes, to my mother. Initially, when the first episode aired, I had made in my statement that you had failed as a mother. I don't want you to think you failed as a mother. With you being a product of molestation yourself, you are only able to handle the situation basically accordingly. So I would like to publicly and nationally apologize to you, because I don't want you to feel like you failed as a mother.
Thank you.
And I love you very much, and I'm about to start crying.
I love you too.
And Harriet, I'm told you have something you want to say to me.
Yes, I do. I just really want to thank you because you don't know us. No, this is our truth. And the wisdom that you gave me, it made me just really step outside myself and take a look at me. And what can I do better moving forward with my children and to be a better person. And I just wanted to thank you and thank your show because this is our truth. And you made it possible, and I just wanted to tell you that I thank you. And because before the show, I used to watch you, it was like my Bible. Like, I was on it, like, watching you and just how you move, and I made it work for me and my family so we can be in this position we are today, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
People always want to know, like, what happened after the show. For this story, it's really the best possible outcome for everybody. You know, you were fractured as a family because of these allegations, but the truth came out, and you're all back together and very close again. So, again, best possible outcome. We're very happy to see that you're all so close and a loving family, so we all wish you well.
Thank you.
Take care,
Thank
everybody.
you so much.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.